Deep in Northern California, where the earth meets the sky, we entered a realm untouched by time. Towering redwoods rose like ancient guardians, their crowns lost in the clouds. Every step echoed through centuries. Every breath carried the spirit of the wild. This is where adventure begins, among giants older than history itself.
Our journey began in Sacramento. The city was still waking up as we packed our gear, loaded the bus, and rolled out just after sunrise. We took our time, no rush, no strict schedule. The goal was simple. Enjoy the road, enjoy the journey. As miles passed, the scenery began to change. Concrete faded into open fields, and the horizon stretched endlessly. The road carried us north toward cooler air, taller trees, and a landscape ruled by weather and wilderness. We stopped here and there, sometimes just for coffee, sometimes to take in the view. Somewhere along the way, we reached the ocean. The moment we stepped out, the breeze hit us fresh, salty, and alive. It was incredible how different everything felt. The air had weight, the light had texture. The ocean stretched endlessly, its rhythm both calming and wild. Traveling north, we could feel the weather shifting. Up here, nature decides the mood of the day. The clouds rolled low and the temperature dropped. It's a place where the sun and fog constantly trade places, a dance written by the Pacific itself. We chose late April for our trip, that fleeting moment when spring softens the edges of winter. The world around us was alive with color, yet the wind still carried a hint of chill. Pines and coastal trees lined the highway like a quiet welcome. Ahead of us, the home for the night, tucked somewhere between the coast and the towering giants waiting beyond. Tomorrow, we'd step into the forest. But for now, it was just us, the road, and the quiet hum of anticipation. Today, of course, the day started with rain. How else could it be? In a place ruled by mist and ocean wind. The clouds hung low as we packed our rain jackets and set out toward the trail called Grove of Titans. The drive itself felt like part of the adventure. Every curve of the road revealed another layer of green, wet ferns, moss-covered trunks, and streams rushing beside us. We stopped at a small bridge along the way, the kind of place you don't plan to visit but can't help pulling over for. We took a few photos, laughed at the weather, and for a moment time slowed down. Then, out of nowhere, a friendly dog appeared, soaked but cheerful. He had wandered off from a nearby house, tail wagging like he owned the road. After a short walk around the area, we continued on, and soon we entered the forest. The moment the first redwoods rose before us, everything went quiet. The air changed cool, heavy with the scent of earth and rain. Each step echoed softly on the soaked trail. Welcome to the Grove of Titans. Long before roads and towns, before we gave names to places, this land was already ancient. Millions of years ago, the ancestors of these redwoods covered much of the northern hemisphere. Their lineage stretches back to the time of dinosaurs, towering trees that witnessed the rise and fall of entire worlds. As Earth's climate changed, most redwoods disappeared. Only a few regions along the misty coast of Northern California and Southern Oregon offered the perfect refuge. Here, the Pacific Ocean became their silent guardian, wrapping the coastline in fog that fed the trees even when rain did not. The forest that stands here today began to take shape about 20 million years ago. Over time, layers of volcanic soil and river sediment created the rich earth beneath our feet. The climate mild and wet nurtured life that could grow taller and live longer than anywhere else on the planet. Some of these redwoods are more than 2,000 years old, born when Rome was young, standing through storms, fires, and centuries of silence. Their bark, thick as armor, protects them from almost everything, even flames. And their roots, though surprisingly shallow, intertwine beneath the soil, holding one another up against the wind and time itself. The Grove of Titans was hidden for centuries, its colossal trees known only to a few. When explorers and scientists finally rediscovered it in the late 20th century, they were astonished. Among these giants are some of the largest living trees on Earth, each one a monument to patience and endurance. As we walk beneath them now, rain tapping gently on their leaves, it's hard not to feel small, yet deeply connected. These trees have watched over this land long before we came, and will remain long after we're gone. This is the heart of the Redwoods, where time moves differently, and silence speaks louder than words. Our next destination was Prairie Creek Trail. The route felt thrilling. From the start, we drove through thick, low-hanging forest fog, the kind that presses in from the Pacific, wrapping the trees in silver and mystery. By the time we pulled into the parking area, the rain had begun to pour even harder. Sheets of rain sweeping the roadway, the forest floor glistening, the redwoods shimmering with moisture. We decided to wait it out at the visitor center, a warm refuge of wood and glass, the smell of damp cedar and fresh trail maps in the air. As we sipped our drinks and watched drops race down the windows, we knew we were about to step into something special. Then the moment came. We strapped on our rain jackets, stepped outside, and entered the trailhead. The rain didn't stop. It joined us, became part of the journey. And so we walked into the forest. The trail wound ahead of us, a soft, moss-covered path through towering giants, their trunks rising straight and true, disappearing into cloud and mist above. Underfoot, ferns unfurled, sword ferns and redwood sorrel, pooling like green carpets in the gloom. The forest here is ancient. In these hills, the coast redwoods have been growing for millions of years. Their lineage stretches back some 20 million years in this region. At the same time, this land remembers human hands. The forests once bore witness to logging roads and steam donkeys, fields cleared for timber. Today, much of the damage is gone, but threads of that story remain in stumps, in restoration projects, in the quiet determination of this place to heal. Wildlife greeted us quietly. In the meadows beyond the trees, herds of Roosevelt elk roam freely, their forms ghost-like in the mist. A flight of birds overhead, the sound of water in hidden streams, slugs slowly crossing the path, every detail enlarged by the rain, vibrations of the forest amplified. In this place, you feel scale not just of the trees, though they are spectacular. Some redwoods here reach heights of well over 300 feet, their ages measured in centuries. Between the giants grow companions: Sitka spruce, western hemlock, Douglas, fir standing almost as tall. In the understory, big leaf maples, rhododendrons, azaleas. The forest is layered, each level alive. And the climate, it's the secret ingredient. The Pacific Ocean breathes through this region. Fog and drizzle supply nearly a third of the Redwoods' water needs. The rain today reminded us of that connection. Walking further, we noticed how the forest embraced us. The drip of rain off leaves, the soft patter on giant trunks, the smell of rich earth and decaying wood. We paused at a small clearing. The trees arced overhead like cathedral pillars. A single beam of faint light broke through the cloud cover, illuminating a patch of green moss. I felt small, in the best way possible. At one point, we reached a sign for the trail loop, letting us know that the path is about 4.3 miles in some sections. As we walked, I thought about the plants and animals that make this place home. Banana slugs creeping slowly, salamanders hidden in bark and leaf litter, birds nesting high in the canopy, fish spawning in cold streams. The partnership of humans and forest shows here. Conservation efforts, restoration of logged areas, the recognition of this land's value not just for visitors, but for the ecosystem itself. This trail, this forest, this day, it would stay with us. The sound of rain on leaves, the smell of cedar and moss, the sense of being part of a story far larger than ourselves. Leaving the trail, we climbed back into the car, water droplets trickling off the roof, and headed toward our final stop of the day. We pulled into the quirky and memorable Trees of Mystery part store. Part museum, part celebration of native lore and forest magic. Inside, we saw carved totems, Native American paraphernalia, exhibits of local tribes and forest culture, an echo of the human connection to this ancient land. Then we drove on toward the coast. We stopped for a couple of minutes by the ocean waves crashing, fog rolling in, the ocean horizon meeting the sky under a steady drizzle. We felt the salt on our faces, the cool air on our skin, and the sense of closing out a perfect day. Home awaited us next, a hot dinner, warm lights, and comfort. The rain tapping on the windows as we settled in, strength gathered for what tomorrow would bring. The morning greeted us with sunshine and birdsong. After days of mist and rain, the sky finally opened blue, calm, alive. Our expedition leader, Vasily, began feeding the horse some juicy, fresh, green grass. Just listen to that delicious crunch. A peaceful moment before another day of discovery.
Жень, хочешь коня покормить, Жень?
Today, we had two incredible destinations ahead: the legendary trees of Mystery Park and the breathtaking Fern Canyon. We packed up, checked our gear, and hit the road once more. Along the way, we stopped at a gas station, just a quick break, but what we saw there left us speechless. A large herd of deer had gathered nearby, calmly grazing by the road. Dozens of them, moving as one, and then, as if on cue, they began to cross the highway together, quiet, graceful, completely unafraid. It was one of those moments you can't plan a gift from the road itself. The morning light shimmered on wet asphalt, and fog still clung to the edges of the forest, reluctant to let go. We arrived at Trees of Mystery Park, greeted by the towering figures of Paul Bunyan and his faithful blue ox, Babe the guardians of this enchanted forest. The air smelled of rain and cedar, and as we stepped onto the Kingdom of Trees trail, the noise of the highway disappeared behind us. The forest felt alive, massive trunks rising like ancient pillars, ferns carpeting the ground in vibrant green. Mist curled between the roots, and sunlight filtered through the canopy in golden shards. Each turn of the path revealed something new: twisted roots, fallen giants slowly returning to the soil, and the deep hush that only old redwoods know. Here, time moved differently. Every tree seemed to hold a story, every shadow a secret. Soon, we reached the Canopy Trail, a series of hanging bridges suspended high among the redwoods. We stepped carefully onto the first bridge, and it swayed gently beneath our feet. Below us, the forest floor disappeared into a sea of ferns. Above us, the treetops reached hundreds of feet into the sky. As we crossed from platform to platform, birds fluttered through the branches. The forest whispered all around creaking wood, dripping water, distant wind. It was like walking through another world, a world suspended between earth and sky. Back on the ground, the trail led us toward two of the park's most remarkable giants, the Cathedral Tree and the Great Brotherhood Tree. The Cathedral Tree stood before us, first 9 redwoods growing together in a perfect circle, their trunks forming natural walls that open to the sky above. It's easy to see why couples choose this place for weddings. Standing inside feels sacred, timeless, like nature's own chapel. A short walk farther, we reached the Brotherhood Tree, one of the largest living coastal redwoods in the world. Standing over 300 feet tall and nearly 20 feet across, it rises with quiet strength and grace. Looking up, you can barely see the top. It disappears into mist and light. It's humbling to stand beside something that has witnessed over 1,000 years of storms, fires, and seasons, and still stands tall. Next came the Sky Trail, an aerial gondola rising straight through the canopy. As we lifted off, the forest unfolded beneath us, a vast green ocean of treetops stretching all the way to the Pacific horizon. The higher we climbed, the quieter it became. Only the sound of wind and the soft hum of the cable. At the summit, the view took our breath away, the endless forest merging with distant fog and sea. For a moment, the world felt perfectly still. Our final path was the Trail of Tall Tales, a walk through legends carved in wood. Massive sculptures told stories of Paul Bunyan, Babe, and the loggers who once shaped this land. Each carving, handcrafted and full of character, brought folklore to life among the trees. The scent of sawdust mixed with the damp forest air, and the echoes of old stories seemed to linger in the canopy above. We then headed to our final location, Fern Canyon. Along the way, the weather shifted once more. The sky dimmed and thick fog rolled in from the Pacific, another of nature's surprises, wrapping the landscape in ghostly white. The road narrowed, twisting through groves and meadows until we reached the canyon trailhead.
О, это еще и лайфгард какой-то. Спасает.
Just keep this displayed in your driver's side windshield and you'll be all good.
Stepping out of the car, we could already hear the sound of running water. The air here was cooler, wetter, alive with the scent of rain and earth. Fern Canyon, a place so unique, even Hollywood couldn't resist it. Scenes from Jurassic Park 2: The Lost World were filmed right here, and as we entered, it wasn't hard to see why. Sheer walls of stone rose on both sides, draped in thousands of ferns, 5, 10, 20 different kinds, all glowing green and dripping with water. Delicate streams ran down the walls like silver threads. The canyon itself was narrow, maybe 30 feet across, and every surface seemed alive. Walking through it felt like stepping back into prehistory, a living remnant of an ancient world that has somehow survived untouched. We crossed small wooden planks over shallow creeks, careful not to slip, listening to the sound of droplets echoing through the canyon. The ferns brushed our shoulders, cool and soft. Light filtered through the fog above, glowing in shades of emerald and gold. It was otherworldly, a cathedral built not of stone, but of life itself. At one point, we stopped and simply stood still. No one spoke. The air was thick with silence, the kind that feels sacred. This journey had shown us more than we expected, not just the beauty of California's redwoods and canyons, but the quiet reminder that nature is alive, ancient, and endlessly giving. There is always more to explore. And one day, we'll be back again.